Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Today's video is going to be kind of a chatty get ready with me with my August favorites. It's actually been a really long time since I filmed a video. I think it's been almost 3 weeks since I actually filmed. It's probably only been a few days since you've seen a video from me. That's because I typically film videos kind of in a large quantity in one day. So you have been watching pre-filmed videos for quite a while. And it's not that I didn't want to film, it's that I've been, I don't want to say sick, just not really been doing very well, and we'll get into that. A couple things that I'm not going to use in this video, but I wanted to mention as part of my August favorites. For one, this hair product by Redken, the Pillow Proof Blow Dry Express Treatment Primer. This is a really interesting product. You push it down and product comes out through a little hole in the top, and it's meant to help kind of tame your frizziness as you're blow drying. It says it has heat protection, so that's always a good bonus. And what I like about it is I really do feel like it takes me a little bit less time to blow dry my hair. If you're like me, you shower at night, and like your least favorite thing to do in the entire world is blow dry your hair. So I really like this, and it makes your hair feel pretty soft without feeling like sticky or like silicone. This is another product that I've been liking, although I'm wondering if my skin is getting used to it because it's not really working the same way as it once was, but I don't know, we'll see. This is the Peter Thomas Roth AHA BHA Acne Clearing Gel. It has 2% salicylic acid in it, kind of like a gel serum-y type thing. And I just put it all over my cheeks because that's really where I get like the most acne, and sometimes I'll put a little bit on my forehead or my nose as well. I remember the very first time that I used it, I had a lot of like little breakouts kind of, and when I woke up the next morning, they were like half the size. Like they were like instantly like shrunk. And I was so impressed, and I continued using it and I loved it. I felt like my skin just overall looked better. The last like week or so though, I felt like it hasn't really done anything. Like I've had this guy for a long time, but I'm gonna keep using it. It was pretty expensive. I got it at Sephora, and I want to use it till it's gone, and hopefully over time it'll keep improving. And I've already used this earlier this morning. This is the Neutrogena Hydra Boost Gel Cream. This is a moisturizer that has hyaluronic acid in it, so it's meant to really plump up your skin. I like it because it is a pretty thin gel-like texture, and it sinks into your skin pretty good. It's not a heavy feeling, and for the most part it does sink right in. So if you have oily skin and you hate that lotion feeling, this is much better. Okay, so for makeup, I'm gonna start out with this little CoverFX Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade Moonlight. And this is just a tiny little 100-point perk thing that I got at Sephora. And I've been just like putting a little bit kind of on my skin before I even go in with my foundation, just because I feel like it's too much for me to just wear on its own, and also it's like kind of too dark for me as well. Like it really shows up as kind of a gold pink on my skin. But once I put foundation kind of on top, you know, not noticeable, but it still like brings out the glow, which is another thing. I've really been liking kind of glowier natural products lately because I've been like not feeling well. The last few weeks I have not been wearing that much makeup, and then on days that I will put makeup on, I'm like, oh, this looks awful. Like, and by makeup I mean like base makeup, like foundation. So once I've got that all on, looking pretty glowy, I'm gonna go in with this Clinique Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer, Camouflage 24-hour wear. I think this is somewhat new actually, and I find a little bit of this goes a long way, although it's not like insane coverage. So I like to do this before I put on my foundation. Just kind of go in on like areas that kind of have some acne scars or just some like redness that my foundation never seems to last on. I know a lot of people put on concealer like after their foundation, but I don't really care about the brightening effect, so I feel like it's just as good to put it on underneath. So yeah, so I haven't really been feeling that well, and I wish I had more like information about it because I don't really know what's wrong with me. If you guys don't already know, I have mentioned it a couple times before, but I get insanely bad migraines. I have my whole life, and my father gets them, my grandmother gets them, my great-grandmother gets them. Just, it's a genetic thing, has to do with the blood vessels and how they expand and contract, and it's not like what normal people have going on. Although there are recent studies that show it's less about the blood vessels, but still there's not a lot of medical research on migraines. Like, no one really knows what causes them. Some people have certain triggers, some people don't, and there's so many different types of migraine. Basically, it's like 20 out of 10 pain. Like I've said many times in my life, like, I would rather die. I would, please kill me now. Like, it is, I thoroughly empathize with anyone who suffers from extreme migraine pain. By the way, my foundation of choice lately has been the MAC Face and Body Foundation. This is in the shade N1, which you will see is pretty dark for me, but it's so thin that I can kind of blend it out. I find this works best with your fingers, but I really don't want to get my hands dirty right now, so I am going to use kind of just a flat top brush kind of in sections here. So this all started with like the worst migraine that I've ever had like 3 weeks ago, and it was actually on my week of vacation. So pretty much the first vacation I've ever taken from a job ever. I was in bed the entire week. Like, I was in excruciating pain for a week straight. Didn't get out of bed, couldn't do anything. I'd been to the hospital a couple times in that time period because obviously when you're in that much pain, like Tylenol or even like the prescription drugs that I take for my migraines aren't gonna do anything. It did last for about a week, and then it eventually kind of went away. But then ever since, and even still a little bit, I have had like these intense, like almost like spasmy pains kind of in my face. I've been told it could be like a nerve thing. I don't really know if it's connected to this migraine or if it's just bad timing, but it like just takes over my entire face, like an electric shock of sharp pain. Everyone seems to have a suspicion that it's maybe trigeminal neuralgia, which is like when there's damage or like something pressing on the nerve in your face that causes excruciating pain. It is better, like I feel like it's not as constant or as sharp anymore, so that's why I'm filming today, because I actually feel okay. I have some referrals to some specialists. Hopefully I can get that sorted out. So there's my base done. I think it looks really natural. People ask me if this is good for oily skin. Short answer, no. I do have oily skin, and this will wear off and it will not keep you matte, but I just really like the look of it, and I don't mind touching up during the day, and honestly I'm not the kind of person that really cares about that anyway, so even if it does wear off, it's okay. So for brows, you guys know that I love my Annabelle Universal Taupe Skinny Brow Pencil, and I always use this for like the tail end of my brows, because I find that like a larger pencil product or even like pomade product just doesn't work the same, especially if you're like, I don't know, in a smaller area, especially if you have smaller brows. Then I like to use this MAC Brow Sculpt Brow Pencil. It's kind of one of those like angled brow things. This is in the shade Taupe, which is actually new to me. I used to use the brown shade, which I really liked, but this time I wanted to go for a lighter color. This one's a little bit more cool toned and a bit lighter, so then I kind of do the front of my brow with that, because it doesn't really need to be as precise. And I like this consistency because it's very waxy, so it definitely kind of has like a bit of a hold to it as well. And this is a new product for me. This is the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, and again, this is I think a 100-point perk at Sephora, and I am in love with this. Literally, my brows don't go anywhere. I mean, it does feel crusty, so if you're not like into the like crunchy feeling thing, you probably won't like it, but it works. I remember the days like before brow gel was a thing. My friend and I used to put literally like hairspray in our fingers and like do this to our eyebrows. Like that was like grade 6 or something crazy. All right, I've been really liking this Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in the shade Rosé Champagne. Kind of just like a apricot-y color. And I've been using kind of a stippling brush for all of my cheek products lately. This is, I don't know, it says Isabella Scott. I have no idea what that brand is. I got it at Winners. I don't know, there's something about the stippling brush that is just like not as precise as other brushes, so it just kind of looks a little bit more diffused and natural. So because I'm so fair, I can kind of use this as like a bronzer in a way. Highlight, yes, I've been so obsessed with this. This is the e.l.f. highlight in Moonlight Pearls. Very, very cheap. So I ordered this online. If you watched my e.l.f. haul and try on, this, when you first get it, has like a coating over it that someone actually in the comments section told me that they do the coating on purpose so that it doesn't get damaged as easily, especially when it's shipping. So I was like, what the hell, like this doesn't do anything. Then I scraped off the top layer, which was like something sharp, and now best highlighter ever. Love it so much. It's like the perfect shiny highlighter. So for a long time now, I've been using the Rimmel Lash Accelerator mascara. Love that mascara, totally recommend it, great drugstore find. But I wanted to just kind of go back to this. I forgot how much I loved it. It's the L'Oreal Voluminous Original, and I actually have this in black brown, so it's a little bit softer, and I really do like this mascara, maybe even slightly better than the Rimmel one. I just forgot how much I like this. It's kind of more of a natural look with this one, versus I find the Lash Accelerator makes them look super long and like kind of false in a way, which I love that look too. This one's just a little bit more natural. I've really been wanting to try the new, oh shit, camera was about to die. Okay, I really wanted to try the new like Sweet Peach matte stuff from Too Faced. They have like a foundation out. If anyone has tried that, please let me know how you found it. So because I haven't really been feeling that healthy lately, I've been watching a lot of TV. I've been watching Shark Tank like crazy. I don't know if anyone else is obsessed with Shark Tank, but literally I'm obsessed with Shark Tank. You guys might not know this about me, but like I've always wanted to be like an entrepreneur, like an inventor. Like I just love that stuff. Like I'm super into like the as seen on TV stuff. Like I know some of you are rolling your eyes, but like I'm obsessed with the infomercial stuff. This is the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in Soft Spoken. So I've really been liking just kind of putting it on like that, giving my lips a little rub, and then just blending it in with my fingers. It kind of gives a more lived-in look, but with the staying power of a liquid lipstick. I find sometimes with liquid lipsticks, they look really, I don't know, they just look too perfect, almost like too sharp of a line. So yeah, this is the final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you are wondering, this big kind of chunky sweater, my boyfriend calls it the mom sweater, I got it at H&M. They run really big, so like for example this is like an extra small and it's like literally huge. Just love it. It's so comfy, it's so like loose, and I just feel like pink is really in right now. Oh, and the other thing that I wanted to mention was a lot of you guys have been asking like, what am I gonna do to my hair lately? The answer is, I don't know. I feel like I just want to keep growing it, but at the same time, like I wouldn't mind, like look how dark and crazy that looks back there. I wouldn't mind like putting some highlights in. As for like doing it myself, who knows? I feel like for so long I did my hair because like wanted to change myself. Like I was never really happy, so I was always looking for like the next change, like the next thing to do to like reinvent myself and start fresh. And now that I'm like happy and stable, you know, in general in my life, I feel like I no longer have that desire. Let me know what you guys think I should do. Should I grow out my hair to like my natural like light brown dirty blonde kind of shade? Should I get more highlights? Should I play with a fun color? Like, let me know. I don't know. Anyway, that is the end of this video. I'm sorry if I wasn't super upbeat. I am feeling pretty good today, but I've been like so wiped from this weird face head thing that's been going on. So Hopefully my next video will be a little bit more exciting. These were my August favorites, kind of my August favorite routine, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.